Inside Western art, when I first started making artwork, there weren't a lot of females depicted in the artwork in anything other than very surface level stereotypic roles. And I grew up on a ranching community, and the women I grew up around were complete, total women. They had all kinds of characteristics, and they were vital to our life on the ranch. We couldn't have done any of it without everybody playing a part. So when I started doing my artwork and featuring the women of the West, they were a reflection of the women that I knew and the spirit that I identified with, and the fact that it's contemporary is because that's the art I learned to make. That's the stuff that moves me, the line and the color and the composition. It doesn't matter to me really the accuracy or the historic pinpoint where you can put these people, these women. It just mattered to me to tell the story of the women who inhabit the West and their strength. A lot of my work, especially my early work, had a lot of mythology incorporated into it because the landscape of the West has all those basic elements that all mythologies evolve around. They have the relationship of the people to the land, fate, luck, and weather. They have the same animals. They have many of the same characteristics. So they had the symbolism that went along with a deity, say Epona with her horses, and her role was to guide you from life into the next, you know, through that veil, and she had her guardian dogs around her. Well, that's a Western story. When you're leading a horse through the mist and you've got your dogs around you, that's a Western story. But it also is a mythic story. So that was the part that captivated me, and I've used a lot of those stories in my work. I still use it. I've used it for so long that it's more like an unspoken language for me. I almost do it without thinking sometimes. Where we are and where we come from, the spirit of the land that we inhabit is moving to many, many people. It speaks of openness, and it speaks of independence and strength of character. And to show that in a context that is given weight and importance, it is gratifying. When we were doing it then, we weren't sure where we were going, and I'm not sure there was actually a we. It was just a bunch of eyes doing what they needed to do. Some of the work is so familiar to me because I was around it so early in my career that walking in and seeing a T.C. Cannon piece is as inspiring now as it was then, because that time frame was to me very exciting, and I thought the work was new and unique and nobody had ever seen any of the things that we were doing before. So it feels like a homecoming in a degree, and to have it in a beautiful museum space that gives it a little bit of elevated recognition is very special.